Hello, my name is Max Devane. Today I will be talking about critical race theory and white privilege and what they mean to me and how I view both topics. So to start, I'm going to talk about critical race theory, and the theory states that humans are not biologically, physically created and put into racial groups. It is the thought that under constitutional law, the law seeks to oppress and exploit those people of color, that the law is created off of a racist bias, and that laws are inherently racist, and that these laws still continue today. So, personal opinion on that, I believe there have definitely been laws that have oppressed groups of color. Critical race theory is not something that is just made up. Now, there are a lot of debates to be had on certain thoughts or certain topics that are challenged by critical race theory. However, it's very apparent that it exists in our world, and even a real-life example I can give is the city of Arlington, of which I live in. I've been a resident of my entire life. I'm currently going to school in Arlington as well. If you take a look at West Arlington versus East Arlington, and you take a look at the demographic is much higher percentage white folk on the west side of Arlington in comparison to the east side. And if you take businesses, buildings, homes, roads, road conditions, things like this, you see a much higher improvement in that on the west side of Arlington in comparison to the east, and that is because there is a higher percentage of colored people living on the east side of Arlington. And taking that into white privilege, again, I can use my own city as an example. You see a lot more cops roaming the east side of Arlington in comparison to the west side because the west have more funding available to them. And again, white privilege to me means that I'm not going to be afraid, or if I'm walking down the street with my hands in my pocket late at night, I'm not afraid that if a cop rolls up on me, he's just going to assert violence instead of, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you up to? Type thing. You know, he's much more willing to have a normal conversation with me just because of my appearance. I don't look threatening, and I also am a white male. So it's very apparent that there is white privilege throughout our lives today. However, it's also very good idea to take things out of context and look at them from both sides. So being able to learn about critical race theory kind of grants me a bigger perspective from both sides, whether or not, okay, we're being very understanding in this side, or we're willing to just exploit just to use our power.